Job's story is one of the oldest in the Bible. It's a powerful story about suffering and faith. In the first chapter we see Job, a good and faithful man, lose everything. He loses his wealth, his children, and his health. In chapter 2, the story continues. Satan appears before God again. Satan challenges God, saying that Job will only remain faithful because God is protecting him. God allows Satan to test Job further, but he sets a boundary. Satan can afflict Job's body, but he cannot take his life. Satan inflicts Job with painful sores all over his body. Job is in agony, but he still refuses to curse God. Job's wife, overcome with grief and despair, tells him to curse God and die. She sees no point in his suffering. Job, however, responds with incredible faith. He says, "Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" Job's faith is truly remarkable. He's lost everything, he's in terrible pain, yet he still believes in God's goodness. He knows that God is still with him, even in the midst of his suffering. Job's story teaches us that faith isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about trusting God even when things are difficult. It's about believing that He has a plan, even when we can't see it. Job's story offers profound spiritual lessons. First, it teaches us about the nature of faith. True faith is not passive acceptance but an active trust in God's goodness, even when surrounded by darkness. Second, Job's patience is remarkable. He doesn't understand why he's suffering, but he doesn't become angry with God. He waits on the Lord, trusting in His timing. Finally, Job's story highlights the importance of integrity. Despite his friends and wife urging him to curse God, Job remains steadfast in his faith. He refuses to compromise his integrity, even in the face of unimaginable suffering. Job's story is thousands of years old, but it still resonates with us today. We all face trials and tribulations in life. We experience loss, disappointment, and pain. Job's story reminds us that we are not alone in our suffering. God is with us, even in the darkest of times. Like Job, we may not always understand our circumstances, but we can trust that God is in control, and He will see us through. Job's story is a source of inspiration and hope. It teaches us that even in the midst of suffering, we can hold on to our faith, find strength in God, and emerge from our trials stronger than before.